today in class you're going to work on the 7-1 worksheet that was handed out, as well as the 7-1 applications from your textbook. Before I turn you loose to work on those, I do want to walk through a few examples that pick up with where we left off from yesterday. If you recall, at the end of class we were talking about a couple, Maria and Don, and their income fell in between these two numbers, so we used this row to calculate their income tax. So what I'd like to do today is look at the following examples. We've got another couple that's filing a joint return, and they have a taxable income of $48,454. We need to find out what their tax is. Well, since this $48,000 amount falls in between these two numbers here, then we're working out of this row. And our tax will be found by starting with $1,605 plus 15% of any amount over $16,050. So we're going to reuse those numbers and write an expression down below. $16,005 is the minimum tax. And in addition to that, we will add 15% times any number over 16050. Again, as I pointed this out yesterday, all of the information comes straight from the tax table. This 1605 is what was used to get the equation started. 15% was used as our multiplier. $16,050 is used inside the parentheses, and the only thing that we need to supply from the word problem is the x value. That happened to be this dollar amount here. And I've just rewritten the problem with the dollar amount in place of x, and off screen I calculated that the tax for this couple came out to be $6,465.60. Moving on, this next couple has a taxable income of $198,425, and an income of $198,000 falls in between these two data points, these two values, so we must continue and use this line for our calculations of our taxes. I'm going to pause this recording and set up the equation. I'm going to ask that you do the same. Please set up your work and compute your result. Check back in a moment to see what the solution is. And here's the setup: $25,550 plus 28% of the amount of money that's earned over $131,450. And finally, here's the expression as I would type it into my calculator. Knowing that this calculator follows the order of operations makes it really nice when computing this sort of result. And it looks like this couple's taxes is going to be $44,303. And I realize my computer's starting to make a lot of noise here, so I'll finish this out. I went ahead and completed the last two examples, so please make sure that you can check your work against mine. Remember, I like to ask for work to be shown in all of the examples that you do, so either one of these lines would be good for you to reference as far as showing your work. I wouldn't ask that you write out a blank equation and then fill it in a second time. I think just writing it out one time would be sufficient to support your work. If you have any questions, please make sure that you ask them tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Thanks.